it's Janessa with Simply Eloped. I'm here for your tip of the week. This week I'm talking about how to announce your elopement. The first thing I want to say in kicking off this video is that the beauty of an elopement is that it's about you and your love. So the great thing about that is that you're not really having to succumb to expectations, rules, or ideas about how you should elope, why you should elope, and how you should announce that to your friends and family. So my first bit of encouragement in this video is to sit down with your partner and determine what is right for the both of you. Talk about your friends, talk about your family, talk about your relationship, and just determine what you feel the most comfortable with and what you think is the most appropriate for your circumstances. Every relationship is different. But let's dive in, shall we? My first tip on how to announce your elopement is to determine the medium. I'm gonna talk a lot about different mediums in which you can announce. But with the medium, there are kind of two different routes that you can take in doing this. First, you can let everyone know that this is about to happen. In that, if you send out a paper invite or whatnot, I would recommend saying that they are invited and the expectations around that invitation, or if they're not invited, kind of outlining why you've made that decision. The hope is that your friends and family are in support of you eloping and doing what's best for you. But it is nice to give people a heads up that this is about to happen. You can also make an announcement post-elopement with actual photos or images or video from your ceremony. This one is really, really great for that aunt that you haven't talked to in a couple years. But when it comes to your parents, your siblings, your best friends, I would just be a little bit more cognizant of how this might impact them, because you might be dealing with a bunch of hurt feelings that they weren't even alerted to this happening before. So just something to keep in mind. Timing makes a difference. So in terms of medium, there are quite a few ways to do this, and everything's gonna have a different cost. So the first way that you can do this is through the mail, a traditional paper announcement. So whether you're including maybe photos from an engagement, photos from the ceremony, or just a photo from your phone, but onto an announcement, all of that's okay. I would just determine whether you want to go real fancy or real affordable, but it's always nice to receive something in the mail. If you're going real cost conscious on your elopement announcements, I'm a huge advocate of Evite. You would be shocked at how many companies out there, Zola included, that have really, really high quality, lovely, experiential Evites. So if you're like, I'm not into the environmental impact of paper announcements, for instance, I think that the Evite is just a really nice alternative. The next way is a website. There are, again, Zola, Wedding Wire, a bunch of really great platforms that allow for you to build your own web page about your elopement or your wedding. This is just a really, really great way to A, if you are inviting guests, keep them updated on details, or B, keep people abreast on the process or where you are in the status of your planning. So overall, I really, really enjoy websites. I feel like they're really versatile. There's a lot of customization that you can do, and really from top to bottom, you can include any information that you see fit. The next tip, it kind of plugs back into that idea of before or after your elopement that you're announcing. So social media is just a really, really great way to spread information with a large group of people with one notification. Whether you're letting your friends and family know this way or blanket announcing that you've eloped, that can be a really, really great way to get a lot of people a lot of information. If I was the sister of someone getting eloped and that was my way of finding out social media, I do think my feelings would be hurt. So maybe just be mindful about like who you'd like to tell, who you'd like to be direct with, and who you think it's okay that they find out via social media. But I would just be mindful about that because that can end up hurting a lot of people's feelings. Now, whether you send out that preliminary announcement about the elopement prior to your ceremony, I always think that it's really, really nice gesture or touch to share your experience of your elopement with your friends and family afterwards. So whether you plan on having a family gathering, a reception, or a party. It's just really, really great to showcase and demonstrate how beautiful your elopement was through your photos and your video. So if you don't intend on bringing people together in a group gathering, again, you can set that up on your website, you can share on your social media, or, and one of my favorite ways currently is through a registry. So we've partnered with a really great company called Hitched, without an E. And something that I really love about their platform is your ability to push notifications about where the status is of the things that people gave their funds to, their money to. So whether it's your elopement trip or that dining set that you were really excited about, it's really easy to take photos, upload photos, share and showcase the whole experience in a really, really easy way that kind of involves everybody. So I just recommend, whether you've already sent out that announcement or not, finding a way to showcase and share your ceremony with your loved ones. I've talked about this one before in our top ways to celebrate your elopement. I'll link down to it down below, but I really enjoy something that I have termed the Tour de Familia. What this is you and your honey traveling to different friends and family around the nation, having small group gatherings over dinner or picnic or whatever it may be. And that's just a really great opportunity to break out that iPad, break out those printed photos, and share your elopement experience with them in person. So my Tour de Familia, feel free to take advantage. Now, last way to share and announce your elopement, and again, I'm not sure this is one way that I am totally supportive, but have a big party. I've actually heard a lot of instances of people getting eloped in secret and then bringing all their friends and family together, not really knowing why they're together, and then announcing that they're eloped or eloping right there. It's really fun, really spontaneous, definitely gonna catch people off guard, but it's a fun way to just announce we eloped or we're eloping. So those are my top tips on how to announce your elopement. I hope they're helpful. Leave comments down below if you have ideas I left out or if you want to share how you announced your elopement. And I'll see you next week for my tip of the week.